Hi, I'm Amy Goldman and I'm going to be doing my individual question based on my group presentation on Samsung. My individual question is, how did Samsung adopt Japanese and American management styles and culture to promote its innovation strategy? In the early 1990s, Samsung spotted an opportunity to adopt a digital technology due to the reluctancy of competing Japanese companies, which created a competitive advantage and ways for them to further their innovation. But in order to do this, Samsung looked to the West. And in the late 1990s, Samsung transformed their brand from being a low cost manufacturer to a world leader in research and design. Samsung has been implementing Western business practices onto Japanese system, combining its traditional low-cost manufacturing processes with an ability to bring high-quality, high-margin products quickly to the market. Samsung launched the new management initiative to import Western best practices related to strategy formulation, talent management, and compensation onto the Samsung's continuous improvement existing business model. And therefore, Samsung sent high potentials to Japan for advanced training and degrees in engineering, to the United States for further education in management, and Singapore and Hong Kong for training in high finance. On returning from their training, these employees could then fill high positions for leadership to implement what they've learned onto the rest of the workforce, and acted as an important changing agent. The aim was to markedly improve marketing, research and design, retaining core strengths in manufacturing and continuous improvement in operations. The new management initiative had the ambitious goal of making Samsung by the 21st century one of the leading global companies. But in order to achieve this, Samsung had to complete corporate transformations, and chairman of Samsung, Lee, proposed a famous new management slogan called saying change everything except for your wife and children, meaning that everyone had to change individually to come as a changed workforce. But in order to do this, their strategies were to formal process to identify, adapt and implement the most appropriate Western best practices, study effects to make Samsung's culture more open to change by bringing outsiders in and sending insiders abroad, creating cultural awareness not only to Japan but worldwide without communication barriers, but with globalization of their workforce and making a globalized culture. And thirdly, intervention by Lee to protect long-term investments from short-term financial pressures. So in this way, Samsung built its hybrid management system, and the hybrid system allows a Western-style focus on innovation that has been optimized under the Japanese style of continuous process improvement, and which has been successfully impressive. The company's excellent learning capabilities have been used to optimize the best aspects of both management styles. For example, Japanese management is categorized by market share orientation, diversification, vertical integration, emphasis on manufacturing, operational efficiency, strict organizational discipline, and loyalty. And the American management style, on the other hand, emphasizes profits and revenue, focusing on restructuring businesses and products. American companies also tend to outsource manufacturing or move abroad, finding the source of their core competencies in soft capabilities or intangible assets such as technical innovation, brand marketing capabilities, and design. Samsung incorporated the strengths of both the Japanese and American styles to create its own management system, and through vigorous benchmarking after a lengthy process, this was a success. Samsung's vertical and horizontal diversification emphasised on manufacturing competitiveness and product quality, open competitive recruitment for entry-level positions, intensive employee training to develop a standardised workforce, strict organisational discipline and emphasis on organisational loyalty all resemble Japanese-style management. However, Samsung's management also resembles American-style management in many ways. The strategies and personnel policies of Samsung's headquarters exemplify this, and frequent reconstruction, emphasis on soft capabilities like technology and branding and design, talent recruitment, excellent performance-based compensation and risk-taking, all evident for Samsung. As a result, Samsung's strategic planning now mainly uses American practices, while its operations mainly rely on Japanese management practices. Intangible assets, including technology, branding, and design, have grown important in the knowledge-based economy of the 21st century and reflect change. And Samsung has reduced its reliance on the Japanese models it's adopted in the past, including an emphasis on standardized talent and seniority-based compensation, while greatly increasing its use of American practices like an emphasis on core talent, competencies and performance-based compensation, and promoting and creates a company culture which has enabled Samsung to transform and succeed into a world-class global corporation who is now one of the best companies for innovation in the world.